Yeah. So when we started to build this Shopify store, at the time we couldn't have even imagined that it would have been uh, such a vital piece of our physical business. So we were, the intention was to bring this online presence with our business, but with the pandemic, it has been our main hub from where to do business. So even though we're still able to do some bicycle repair in the back, some bike repair because it's essential services, people are coming to us through the website. So that's kind of the portal where people are finding us is through our store, through our online store. And when they're in our online store, that they can at that point see everything that's available. So just because our doors are locked and we can't have people coming into our physical space, they can at least get a sense of what it is that we do here at Green Street. So it's been just such a blessing to have had this coming and in place for when this pandemic hit, that we've been able to kind of move through business, or at least have a platform to do business from. So it's been our starting point.
One of the things that you said was that you're selling e-bikes through the website because they can see all the details. Do you want to share a little bit on that?
Yeah, so normally we would have people coming into the store, and we would be able to tell them everything. But now they can go on our website, they can see all the specs, all the details, every single product that's available to them. So even if we don't have it in our physical space, this is stuff that's available for them to order into this area through Green Street. So in many ways, this is the first time that our entire business has been cataloged. So, Vern and I have always known what's available to everybody, but it's nice that anybody can go and at a glance see all of what they can get through Green Street. There's so many different products and bikes and yoga gear, and there's a lot that's available.
And I hear repair going on in the background.
You do.
You told me that the shop normally has all the bikes, which are there, but much of it has been taken over by Vern. Your better half, other half, I don't know who's better, but doing the repairs for people. And then you also have, so people are contacting you many different ways, you said, and I'm finding that a huge right now with this pandemic. Customer support has changed completely, and you were sharing a little bit of that before as well.
Yeah. So it's interesting. One would think that we're not, because our doors are closed to the public, that we're not as perhaps busy, but we find we're busier because we have people coming, talking to us in so many ways. So
Right.
they're knocking on the back door and the side door for repair, and they're of course phoning. That's not new, but they're coming in through the website. They're chatting. They're emailing. They're Facebook messaging.
Exactly right.
So
Yeah, you've got the Zooming, you've got the Facebook messaging, you've got your website chat, you've got your website. There's so many different ways, and that's one of the things that you jumped on right away, was realizing each of these touch points are important. I need to be replying to all of these different touch points because they're all clients. And that's critical. So there's the sales where people can see all the products available. There's and there's the customer support while they're making their decisions, where you're able to talk to them in whichever way they choose. You've made yourself available that way as well, and I that's something that I really respect, that you transitioned to that degree. So Angie, you were talking about your existing clients and customer service and being able to showcase all your inventory online like e-bikes, but you also mentioned something really interesting to me the other day, that your yoga accessories are being sold to people out west, to people outside of your regular Peterborough clients, and I was so excited for you. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's been fantastic. We've been really, really pleased with how that's coming forth too. Is just people are finding us. People are finding us online. Sofie, again, I think that's a lot to do with the SEO that you were teaching us with being linking things up to Google. So Google My Business, so that people
Good.
are just searching. They're here we come. Green Street just shows up. So
The
it's been
Google
really
My
good.
Business is so important. So now if you have a Google My Business, now you have an online shopping ability. You can put the product on Google My Business and have a link back to the page on your website that sells that product. Oh my God. So I'm so excited. Well, I was curious too. You said you're going to fulfill those orders now. So all of a sudden now they're finding it online and they're finding you online and the products, and then you're going and you're fulfilling the orders. So you get a notification every time there's a sale.
Yeah. So I get a notification there's a sale, and if I have it in my physical store, then we're set up with Camcar, and we do it for our shipping, and the delivery people come and pick the product up and take it. Also, we have some direct fulfillment, direct shipping suppliers. So a lot of my yoga gear is coming from BC, and so from that warehouse, and I just get on and fill the order that way. I get on with my representative in BC, and we get the order processed.
So very cool. So you end up getting payment from the client. They find you through the Google listing or through SEO. They find the website. Then they're purchasing it. You've already built in, because Angela went through that when we created the site, how much the shipping would be for each product. And then they buy it, you get the notification, and then you fulfill the order. It's just a beautiful thing.
Really.
And these are clients that you would never have had before. So they are finding ways to get their products. Instead of going in physically, they're finding them online, and I'm just delighted that they're finding you online.
Yeah. It's exciting. So, and then I guess the other little thing to that too is in Peterborough, we're so well known for bikes. It's all about, Green Street. That's how we're associated, and it's definitely our main business. But a lot of, locally, people don't maybe know that we carry the other things. So the yoga gear and that, whereas this store, it's just opening up this whole way of people finding that. And they might not have otherwise found that just with the physical presence and the showroom window. And
that's perfect.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So and there's what they say is that if you're not transitioning like this right now, that as we know from old school, 30 days of something creates new habits. So people are now past the 30 days and new habits are setting in, whether it's looking for things online, whether it's talking to people through Zoom and talking to potential support groups through Zoom, or what they want to buy. And I keep on saying Zoom, and I don't mean to say Zoom because we're not even using Zoom right now. This happens to be Google Meet, and the customer support could be through Facebook. But if the company's not offering that right now or getting used to that themselves, then when businesses do open up, when your retail store does open up, they say up to 30% of those businesses, the retail sales you would have had or repairs last year, will go elsewhere to those places that have done what you're doing, the transitioning. So that's why it's critical. And when I heard you say, wow, the store has helped us stay in touch with our clients, show them everything we have, because they can't come in right now, because they would have been looking for that stuff somewhere. And they're finding it on your site because they would have found it elsewhere, and I'm just so delighted it's you down the street, and they're finding it there versus, in the big cloud somewhere else. And I'm just so sincerely happy. And that's what makes me happy with what I do, is when I see a company that says what you say, we're busier than we thought. I mean, this pandemic, we're closed, but we are able to, transact. Now, you also have online abilities where they can buy online too. And you had to, through the Shopify program that we use to create your website, you needed to figure out how to make it go into your bank account. So we sat down and we went through what we did together was go through every single process. What kind of payment do you currently have in the store? Is it on Shopify, this payment system? And it wasn't. and okay, how do you ship? And we have to go through the shipping. But can you talk a little bit about the payment? How are you accepting payments right now?
Well, right now we're accepting if you're purchasing directly from the store, it just automatically takes you right through a payment system, and that's done either through a credit card or PayPal. If somebody's trying to, some people have also we've also accepted email transfers.
A lot of
That's
people are
another.
doing that. It's becoming quite the norm, e-transfers. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So we've been accepting e-transfers. What else do we do? We do have a point of sale at our back door. We've changed, a physical point of sale, a Moneris machine, and so we've switched that to the very back door, so people don't actually have to come into the
Oh,
space,
good.
and they
Okay.
can,
So you've
yeah, so they can use that if they
your
need to use
curbside
that.
pickup, you adjusted to help,
Yeah.
with the social distancing. That's smart.
Yeah. So all those forms we can accept money. So yeah, and it feels secure. I'm very grateful about, again, coming back to that store, is it's a very secure way for people to use credit cards. Whereas in the past, when people have wanted to perhaps purchase something by with a phone call and give us their credit card over the phone, that didn't feel very secure, and it isn't very secure. So this is just a little bit more
Yeah, absolutely.
safe.
And it's more productive too. I'm finding there's a lot of businesses out there right now that are still saying, well, we only want cash. Well, I'm uncomfortable giving cash and transacting hands just because of the virus.
Yeah.
Okay, so then there's those that you want the credit card over the phone. Well, like you said, that's uncomfortable, and I might change my mind. But if I'm online at that point, I'm putting in my credit card. I have purchased this. I'm not going to change my mind. So it helps your sales cycle, having the ability to have the sale done online immediately like that. So I'm thrilled for you. And it
But
did for yourselves. We looked at the Wix site so that people know, and I love Wix. I've created many Wix sites, but the inventory requirements that Angela had at Green Street was extensive. They have a lot of tiny little parts for bikes themselves that they sell. They have a lot of things like essential oils that they sell. A lot of yoga accessories that they sell. So there's a lot of inventory that you wouldn't think of, that at first glance I thought, oh, we're going to do it this way or this way. And then when I saw the inventory, I thought, okay. So, and then as Angela said, as a business owner, it's critical, and it became so amazing to have everything cataloged. They know exactly how much of everything they have. And the Shopify system, there's an app for it that you put on your phone, and you're able to scan the barcode of any of the stock, and that automatically goes into the inventory online. Someone buys it, that comes off the inventory, whether it's bought in store or online. It's that was your vision when we first started, and we were going to do it in phases. You just launch a little bit more, and now all of a sudden it's just been critical. And we also did training online for Angela and her team to maintain it, and they picked it up very, very easily.
yeah, it's a nice platform to work with. And there's wonderful support in the back end, which is also really important. Yeah, it's been a really good site to work with. And we're still learning it. We'll be learning it for a long time, because there are just so many additions and add-ons that we can take as the business, develops into whatever it's going to develop into. I know we're in the really early stages. I'm excited with where we're at, but I'm also really excited to see where it's going to go. Yeah, I couldn't be more thrilled that we did this. I was excited when we started, but man, could never have imagined that it this critical to have. So grateful, so grateful. Yeah, we're also I'm very excited. I teach yoga as well, and so this is something we've been able to incorporate into our online store too. Is we're selling yoga equipment there, yoga gear, but I'm going to be able to offer yoga classes virtually through the Zoom application, and we'll use the store as a portal. So again, that store's the landing place. It's a place where people know that they can go there, and it's a reliable source, or a reliable resource for them. So if they go into that store, then they can navigate to where they need to be within the business from that place.
Well, thank you very much. I enjoyed working with you, and seeing the outcome is just uh, makes it all worthwhile, right? I mean, it's just a lot of long hours of putting inventory in, but but
For sure.
and like Ange said, there is all these fabulous support with Shopify. Would be online when we're trying to figure out how we're merging the, different APIs, different drop shipping, and what we should be doing for different types of inventory. They were fantastic, and there'd be certain things we wanted to customize on the site. Customize the site itself allows for certain things easily to do, but if you wanted to customize the way it looks a little bit more, you need a little bit of direction from them, and they were right there for us. So. Well, Angela, good luck to you, and continue what you're doing. I love that you're so open to your clients. It's basically however they online need to get in touch with you, they're able to, whether it's through your social, through your website, and then displaying all of your products online has been fabulous. Was there any advice you'd want to give to anyone who's thinking about, okay, I have my products, I have inventory, or I can get inventory, and I'm not sure how to put it online? Is there any advice that you'd want to give them?
Reach out to you.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
That would be my first bit of advice, because just to navigate. There's so many ways to do it. For us, Shopify made a lot of sense. Oh, there are other sites. Wix site is a really fine place to go and navigate. And I guess it's very dependent on what kind of what it is you do in your business. So for us,
Very much.
Shopify made so much sense because we have a huge amount of inventory, and it made a lot of sense because it's a very strong platform for retail.
You are the green street for all things green.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, well, go fulfill your orders. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Sofie. I mean, you definitely started this with us, and wow, here we are.